Greetings to everyone. My name is Abdul Naim, and we are from Group 1 Tutorial 4, and this is our team members. Next, for overview, our presentation will be answering, discussing question, training better managers now at Walmart, and managing without managers. Quoted from Stephen P. Robin, management is above all a practice where art, science, and craft meet. Next, organization can be defined as deliberate structures group of people working together to achieve a specific goal. An organization shares several core characteristics: goals, peoples, deliberate structures, and behave as an open system. There is three core characteristics of organization. First one is goal or purpose. Organization exists to achieve certain desired goals. And the second one is people. Without peoples, members, employees, and stakeholders, there is no organization. Role and human interaction make the structures operative. The third one, we have deliberate structures, a design pattern of relationship, hierarchy, department, and processes that coordinate and control effort. For example, in a hospital, their goals is focusing on patient cares and people, which is doctors, nurses, and staff, and their deliberate structures, which is wards, reporting lines, and protocol. So these three make an organization more than random group that create predictability and enables management. Beyond those three, organization also shared additional system properties, which we call open system, where we use input and we transform them into output. Regarding to the statement, roles define the manager. I will argue that managerial roles, what managers do, are central to understanding managers in practice. But rules alone do not fully define managers' competence or identity. One must combine roles with managerial function, which is planning, organizing, leading, and controlling, and these key managerial skills and contextual judgment to capture what a manager truly is. Roles describe observed behavior but do not prescribe how managers should act or evaluate their effectiveness. Misfit roles are based on observation, what managers do, whether those behavior are right or effective. So for example, being a negotiator does not tell you if you are negotiated ethically or strategically well. Those roles cannot define managers' excellence. Part of that, if you define managers only by roles, you may uninvest in training or underlying skills, which is strategic thinking, emotional intelligence that make roles effective. And Robert also emphasized, which is skill building, technical, human, and conceptuals are essential for managerial development. A role-focused approach is producing managers who know what to do superficially but lack of depth. For example, you are promoting someone because can act as a leaders in appearance may fail if they lack strategic or conceptual skill for higher level planning. This is why both roles and skill must be a part of defining a manager's. Therefore, roles tell you what a manager does, skill and judgment tell you how well they do it. Both are needed to define managers in practice and theory.
Hi, hello everyone. My name is Nur Arisha Umaira binti Mazlan and my matrix number is 240000732. Today, I'll be continuing the slides and I'll be explaining about what is more important. Is it efficiency or effectiveness? First and foremost, most of us will think that if we only focus on effectiveness, we could just ignore the efficiency. However, it is not like that at all. So let's take a look at the example. First, poor managers will allow both inefficiency and ineffectiveness, or effectiveness will be achieved without regard of efficiency. On the other hand, good managers will be concerned with both attaining goals, effectiveness, and doing so as efficient as possible. In today's business environment, both efficiency and effectiveness are equally important to organization because they complement each other. So let's go through about what is effectiveness and efficiency. As for effectiveness, it means that achieving the organization goals. For example, satisfying customer needs, improving quality, and staying competitive. Next, efficiency on the other hand means that we are using our resources such as time, money, and labor wisely to minimize waste and maximize our productivity. An organization that is effective but not efficient may achieve its goals but at a high cost, which is not sustainable in the long run. Meanwhile, an organization that is efficient but not effective may save resources but fail to meet customer or market demands. Therefore, modern organizations must balance both. They need to be effective in setting the right goals and efficient in using resources to achieve these goals. Successful companies combine innovation and customer focus, which are effectiveness, with productivity and cost control, which are efficiency. Next, let's look through for the comparison between in-for-profit organization and also not-for-profit organization. So now let's talk about in-for-profit organization. As for this one, manager will focus on activities that will increase the company or the organization profit, market share, and also shareholder value. Their planning and controlling functions are usually aimed at improving sales, reducing costs, and maximizing financial performance. Let's take an illustration. A manager in a company like Apple will plan strategies to increase revenue through new products. Moving on, in a not-for-profit organization, or also known as NPO, managers will perform the same function. They still plan, organize, lead, and control, but their main focus is on mission achievement rather than profit. The goal is to provide services, support communities, or promote causes efficiently and effectively. However, they also have similarities, such as their managerial functions, which are planning, organizing, leading, and also controlling. It is generally the same for both, but they differ in purpose, focus, and also measurement of success. That's all from me. We will move to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Amira and I'll be discussing question 5, using any popular business periodicals via examples of managers doing each of the 4 management functions. Write out a description and explain how these are the examples of that function. What are the 4 management functions? It is planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. It was originally identified by Henry Fayol as 5 elements but is now commonly accepted as 4. Firstly, planning. Planning is an act of establish goal and choose the best course of action to achieve them. For example, Microsoft's strategic change under CEO Satya Nadella, specifically focusing on company's massive investment in artificial intelligence. The key planning was to have the multi-billion partnership with OpenAI. He sets goal to establish Microsoft as the dominant platform for the AI era, ensuring that Azure is the leading cloud for running AI workloads. It was also a long-term plan to position Microsoft at the lead of the next computing paradigm. The action or strategy chosen is the partnership with OpenAI rather than choosing to build everything from scratch. Next is organizing. Organizing is structuring and arranging resources, tasks, personnel needed to execute the plan. For example, in Bloomberg Businessweek article, CEO Satya Nadella said that this partnership of this scale doesn't run itself. Nadella had to organize Microsoft's people and resources to integrate AI and manage the relationship with OpenAI effectively. He arranged resources by organizing capital expenditure, diverting billions of dollars to build massive AI data centers and fund OpenAI partnership. He also hired and trained thousands of engineers and salespersons to focus on AI. He also arranged tasks and personnel by arranging tasks through multi-layer structure and used a small group of experts to teach all other teams on how to use AI. Next is leading. Leading is motivating and guiding employees to work towards goal. It focuses on communicating clear vision, resolve conflicts when it arises, and to inspire employees to work towards the same objective. For example, from the article, Microsoft's CEO on how AI will remake every company including his. He motivates and inspires people by constantly talking about his vision with his employees as well as to other people outside the company. For example, during his interview with Bloomberg Businessweek. He also successfully shifted Microsoft's culture from know it all to learn it all and lead the relationship with OpenAI leadership. It shows how successful he is in leading the company. Lastly, is controlling. It is an act to monitor performance, compare it with goals, and making changes if necessary. For example, as the plan is executed, Nadella must engage in controlling to ensure it stays on track. He monitors performance by monitoring on how much money does Azure AI are making and does it achieve the target. They also track on how many people or companies are signing up to use their product. He make necessary changes when needed. For example, in 2023, Nadella laid off 10,000 employees to maintain profitability and to control costs despite huge investment in AI. He controls the partnership by using hard data as his guide. If the revenues are low, he will push the sales, or if the costs are high, he will cut them.
Hi, my name is Juliana. So now I'm going to move on to the next part, which is the summary for Case Application 1, Training Better Managers, now at Walmart. You can find it at page 49. So for the first point, Walmart is the world's largest retailer with over 11,700 stores in 28 countries and about 2.3 million employees worldwide. Second point, its most recent annual revenues were more than 485.3 billion with profits of more than 13.6 billion. Third point, Walmart frequently faces controversy regarding its employee practice, including issues related to sick leave policies and wages. For the fourth point, in year 2016, Walmart launches the Walmart Academy training program to help employees in lower-level management positions develop their skills and advance their careers. Fifth point, the training covers advanced retail skills such as merchandising, ordering, and inventory management, along with managerial skills like effective communications and motivating employees.
Hello, my name is Jessica Eleonora and my matrix number is 240028883. And now I will continue another 5-point summary for case 1. So for summary number 6, Walmart's training program is designed to transform the in-store shopping experience into a consistently positive one. This means that every employee is trained to deliver excellent service, ensuring that customers will always receive a great experience. Next, as a brick-and-mortar retail store, Walmart prioritizes excellent service to retain loyal customers, increase profit, and stay competitive, especially against major rivals like Amazon. Number 8, in total, Walmart has invested around $2.7 billion in training its employees and raising wages. This shows their strong commitment to improving both employee satisfaction and their performance. For number 9, unlike other companies, Walmart places significant emphasis on employee training to ensure that managers are fully prepared for their leadership roles. This will help them to perform effectively and transition smoothly into their management positions. And finally, Walmart's investment in training demonstrates their dedications to improve their reputations and image as a reputable retail brand, while also recognizing the vital roles that managers play in the company's success.
Hi, my name is Amira. So my question is, why would a company want employee in the lower level management positions to be more successful in their careers? So firstly, we're going to discuss about efficiency. So efficiency means doing tasks correctly and getting the most output from the least amount of inputs, or in other words, doing things right. Well-trained managers can organize resources, manage time, and handle operations well. This can help to reduce the usage of resources and wastage, thus minimize the cost. By using the correct approaches, this can help to maintain or even increase the productivity of the operations. Next is effectiveness. Effectiveness means doing the right things by completing important works activities to reach organizational goals. An organization depends heavily on its managers' guidance to perform tasks correctly. Competent managers help employees do the right things in their work, which reduces mistakes and improves overall performance. Managers also ensure tasks are done properly and customers receive a quality service from their employees. This shows effective management that leads to a better and higher satisfaction. So this is the fourth function of management, where the first one is planning. So managers set clearer goals, plan daily operations, and prepare for challenges to ensure smooth store performance. Managers are trained to use data and make informed decisions to manage schedules and anticipate problems early. Second, the organizing. So managers arrange resources, assign tasks properly, and ensure everything runs efficiently. This includes managing inventory systems and coordinating between departments to improve productivity and teamwork. So the third one is leading. Manager guide, motivate, and communicate well with their teams, creating a positive and productive working environment. Managers are taught how to give constructive feedback and how to encourage teamwork. This leads to higher employee morale and better customer service. The last one is controlling, where manager monitor results, identify problems, and take corrective actions to maintain quality and performance. For example, manager use sales data and performance metrics to ensure company standards are consistently met. So for the next question, what benefits and challenges do you see to a training program such as this? So there are two benefits here, where the first one is improved skills and confidence. Lower level managers develop stronger leadership, communication, problem solving skills, and decision making skills. These skills help them to handle challenges more effectively and make a better decision in their daily work. This can improve their overall performance and job satisfaction. For example, Walmart's academic training program covers advanced retail skills like merchandising, ordering, and inventory control, plus the manager skills, including for better communication and motivating employees. The second one is to increase employee motivation. Well-trained managers are able to communicate, motivate, and support their employees more effectively. This helps to create a positive working environment for employees to feel appreciated and valued. Motivated employees tend to work harder, show better performance, and contribute more to the success of the store. As for the challenges, firstly, it is high in cost, where the company spends a significant amount of money in this training program for trainings, facilities, and training materials. This can be costly to maintain in the long run, as company needs to continuously update the modules and train new managers. For instance, Walmart has spent 2.7 billion on employee training and raising employee wages. Secondly, it is hard to adapt to a new learning method, where some employees may find it difficult to adjust to the modern training styles as they have years of experience using traditional ways of working. This slows down the training process since the employees need extra time to get comfortable with the new approaches.
Hi, my name is Isa Azahara and I'll be answering question 2 from case 1. So, the question is, what additional managerial topics might you suggest we cover in the Walmart Academic Training Program? Think in terms of the 3 ways to look at what managers do. Now I will answer the question. So there are 3 ways to look at what managers do through their role, function, and skills. Based on the Walmart case, I'll start with the interpersonal role, which focus on how manager interacts and build relationship with others. I highlighted the sentences from the Walmart case that support each of my 3 points. So, why do I say it's interpersonal roles? Because Walmart wants its manager to improve how they communicate and motivate employees. Second, manager must lead and interact with others, help employees perform well, and build a positive work culture. For example, a Walmart manager who listens to their team's problem and encourage them to improve is a performing interpersonal role. So, I would simplify that this role is about how managers interact with people, guiding and supporting their workers. Now, let's move on to my second point, which is informational roles. So, what is informational roles? It's basically a manager needs to collect, share, and use information to make a good decision. So, based on the case, managers are trained to collect, understand, and share information. Second, manager must know how to interpret data, communicate results, and give clear direction to others. For example, a manager checks daily sales report and explains to the team which product needs to be restocked or promoted. So, in a simpler way, this role is about getting the right information and sharing it clearly with others. And for my last point is decisional roles. So, based on the case, manager must make important decisions to solve problems and improve customer satisfaction. So basically, they have to think critically and make choices that affect the business, like improving customer service or store operation. For example, if there's a shortage of an item, a well-trained manager decides quickly on how to restock or offer alternative. So for a simpler word, this role is about solving problems and making decisions to keep things running smooth. Now let's move on to the third question. Many college graduates are reluctant to pursue a career in a retail organization. even at the world's largest, discuss how a company like Walmart could attract talented graduates. For me, there are many ways Walmart could do to attract graduates. So the yellow highlight is the case evidence. First point is Walmart could offer good pay and benefit. So by improving wages and providing strong benefits, Walmart showed that it valued its employees. This also helped attract talented graduates who want fair pay and stable jobs. For example, Walmart can advertise competitive pay, promotion opportunities, and bonuses to draw in new talent. Now, let's move on to my second point. My second point is emphasize training and career development. By this, Walmart invests heavily in helping employees learn and grow. This shows graduates that there are opportunities to build long-term career and not just retail jobs. For example, graduates can join Walmart Academy and develop leadership and management skill early in their career. For my last point is Walmart provide growth and leadership opportunities. Why do I say this? Because Walmart focuses on developing leadership and customer management skill. So graduates can see retail as a career where they can apply creativity, lead teams, and make business decisions. For example, a graduate can start as a department manager and quickly advance to higher management level after gaining experience. Now, what I could conclude from this question is Walmart can attract talented graduates by offering strong training and career development, providing good pay and benefits, and creating opportunities for leadership and growth.
Last question for case study 1. Does an organization have an ethical responsibility to assist new managers transition into their position? Why or why? And my answer is yes, as most of the new managers came expecting the organization to guide them through the journey. Firstly, it will boost performance. When organization provides support for them, it creates a positive ethical culture while promoting employee well-being. Lack of support to the new manager can lead to them feeling stressed, isolated, or unsupported. This could affect their performance. However, when they are well supported by mentoring or training, it could help them to adapt with the organization's process more quickly, make better decisions, and achieve their goals faster, helping them to gain confidence, hence boost their performance. Moreover, it could help in building a more reputable organization. When managers perform effectively, their team members feel more motivated and perform better as well. Well-trained managers would know how to motivate, lead, and create a positive work environment. This results in higher employee satisfaction, creating a reputation as a great place to work. Moreover, it would also help to increase investor confidence and, most importantly, lead to positive customer experiences that build brand loyalty and encourage positive word of mouth.
Hello, my name is Nufarahin bin Ramli and my matrix number is 24002XX6. I will be presenting the first 5 points of Case 2 summary. First one is shift from buying to streaming. So basically, Spotify transformed the music industry by changing how people access songs. Instead of buying individual tracks, users pay a monthly subscription to stream unlimited music. This model makes music more accessible and affordable for everyone. Secondly, founded in 2008 by Daniel Ek in Sweden, the main purpose was to provide a legal and convenient alternative to music piracy, so users could stream millions of songs easily online. Thirdly, flat organizational structure. Unlike the traditional companies with many layers of management, Spotify uses a flat structure. This means fewer bosses and more direct communication, allowing employees to make decisions quickly and work more efficiently. Next, autonomous squads. Employees in Spotify work in small self-managed groups called squads. Each squad functions like a mini startup and focuses on one feature, for example, playlist, search interface, or music recommendation. Next, product owner role. Every squad has a product owner who sets priorities and directs the team's work. The product owner ensures the squad is always building features that benefit users and align with Spotify's business goal. Next, I will pass to Hana Maisara.
Hello, my name is Hana Maisara binti Roslan, matrix number 240028788. So today I will be presenting the last 5 summary points for case study number 2. So for point number 6 is tribes connecting squads. Squads that work on related areas are grouped into tribes. This helps squads stay aligned with the same goals while still allowing them to work independently. Furthermore, Spotify has chapters for skill development. Chapters bring together employees with similar skills such as engineers or designers. Chapters allow staff to share knowledge, learn from each other, and maintain consistent standards across the company. Other than that, guilds are built for informal communities of employees with similar interests, no matter which squad or tribe they're in. They encourage idea sharing and team spirit across the company. In the meantime, Spotify structure encouraging creativity by giving employees more freedom to be creative, to experiment, test ideas, and improve features quickly. These cultures of innovation help Spotify stay competitive in the fast-changing tech world. Last but not least, challenges in coordination and control. However, too much freedom can create coordination issues. With many independent teams, it can sometimes be difficult to maintain control and consistent direction as the company grows. So Spotify must balance freedom with proper organization. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Izani Taufik and I will be talking about question 115 of case 2. Who undertakes management at Spotify? You see, management at Spotify isn't traditional. Rather than the complex hierarchies of management, Spotify uses a flat organizational structure like many other tech companies, such as Valve and Buffer. Management at Spotify is undertaken by squads, chapters, tribes, and guilds instead, which are self-organizing groups that handle management responsibilities without having a formal manager role to overlook their work. And now question 116. How might Spotify manage poorly performing individuals or teams? And do you think this could be a problem at Spotify? Why or why not? So, because Spotify uses a self-managed structure, instead of placing accountability on a single manager, it places it on squads, chapters, product owners, and tribes. So this means that performance issues are addressed via peer feedback and shared goals, rather than employee evaluations done by managers. You see, this could be a problem because without a strong product owner, issues may continue. And not just that, but signals of underperformance or even coordination gaps are also very weak as tribes and chapters scale.
Hi, my name is Amni and I'm going to continue to the next question. So the next question is, are there any similarities to traditional management in Spotify? So there are 3 similarities. The first one is organizational structure. So Spotify has a flat organizational structure rather than a complex one. Their organizational structure is based upon chapters, guilds, tribes, and squads. So in each squad, there is someone called a product owner, which is similar to traditional management, but we call it as a manager. So these product owners will supervise the squads to ensure that they done the work smoothly. And then the next one is we have defined responsibilities and roles. So in each squad, each of every member of the squad have their own very specific skills which they excel in. For example, designing skills or financial skills. So this is similar to traditional management where everyone has their own specific roles. So this will ensure that everyone has a vital responsibilities in ensuring that the squads will achieve their goals. And the last one is the goal alignment. So each squads have their very own goals that they need to achieve. Nevertheless, all of these squads is going towards one thing, which is achieving Spotify's overall business objective. So for the last question is, do you think that this approach on management is effective at another company? So my answer is no. Yes, for industries which need the ability to react and adapt quickly to changes for them to stay on the market. These industries value creativity and flexibility. For example, industries like software, technology, and creative industries like fashion. No, for large and traditional corporations. These corporations usually require compliance, tight control, and standardization. For example, corporations like banking and manufacturing. So that's all from our group. Thank you.